If you want our global experts to create your dream online business or grow your existing business, go to freedomlifestyleagency.com. Do you want to grow your business or maybe make it super successful? I'm sure you do. We all do, isn't it? Then first question I want you to ask yourself is, do you have a scaling plan, and especially designed to largely change dynamics of 2022? Trust me, it has massive impact in your results and also in your business sustainability. Hello, superstars. Happy Monday and welcome to today's live. Are you stuck somewhere in your online business or offline business? It doesn't matter. Which area are you trying to solve a problem? Or you hit a plateau in your business growth or simply too scared to start your dream business? Let our global experts help you to power push your business growth that you're always dreaming of. Our global experts work with clients from all across the world with really, really big numbers. And today we're going to talk about one of the fundamental aspect most don't follow, but you will know that today. Are you ready? This particular thing can potentially change your business forever. Without waiting, let's jump into this super cool conversation with our amazing special guest, our own Tjibaria, Freedom Lifestyle expert and two-comma club award winner. Hello, Tjibaria.
Hello, super excited. And not only do we have Rajesh and Tjibaria, we have the puppy crew who are playing with their treats. But yes, happy and excited. Let's go.
Wow, this is really good. And first of all, thank you so much also for introducing the puppy there. I'm sure even it must be listening, what can I do in this puppy world? So,
Yeah.
Tjibaria, now, this is a question that most people are thinking because before this whole pandemic happened, business dynamics were different, but
Mm,
now things have changed means they're not changed, like evolutionary changes have happened in the way the business is conducted. Now
mm,
I want to actually kind of bring light into that so that our audience, our amazing audience community, the whole um, ambitious entrepreneurs out there can
mm.
take these elements and then implement. So, what is that one thing people should really look into when they actually have done the business before and they're doing business now? What is that one thing that you really kind of want them to take care of?
Oh, that's difficult to say just one thing. But I think the biggest thing is definitely being where people are. So sometimes people that have been in business before, and especially like traditional businesses, a lot of the time they have their way of operating and the way of how they have been doing their business, how they got clients, and how they were able to help their clients. But not always are they online, and not always are they going with the way how technology is progressing, the way our society is progressing, and that sort of stuff. And even big companies like Toys R Us or Blockbuster and stuff like that, they used to be giants in the field, but now they're gone because they failed to go online. So I think the biggest thing, and this is like a timeless advice, is always be where the people are. Right now, people are on social media, they are on chat platforms, that sort of stuff. Later, they might be in the bloopy blah blah bloop, whatever that may mean. And then you have to also be at the bloopy blah blah bloop because you have to be where the people are. And sometimes, and this was actually funny. I had a conversation with them clients yesterday saying that but my clients are not on Facebook because I do business to business, right? And I was like, well, business people are also people, so they're also on Facebook. Like everybody's there, or everybody's like somewhere on like represented. And it's just about being able to be in front of them so that you can literally give a lot of value to them, but also allow your reach to scale. And at the end of the day, if you do that, then you do that consistently, then also not just will you go after people, but people will actually come to you knocking on your door. So I think that would be the one biggest thing that I would say, like massive visibility in a way that is congruent with how technology and how society works right now.
Wow, wow. Yes, I totally agree with this because this aspect, most people, I mean, if you see it, last 1, 2 years when the pandemic happened, people
Mhm.
have really become visible, right? I mean,
Yes.
like, I would like to actually bring in one very, very important quote here, right?
Mhm.
It is told by Chris Brogan: cultivate visibility because attention is currency.
Yeah.
How powerful it is, right?
Mhm.
And especially now people have been really got used to a different kind of culture sitting at home. I mean, not sitting at home, sorry, working from home.
Yeah.
So working from home has become a very common thing.
Mhm.
So whether they are at office or at home, this is a real truth.
Mhm.
Attention is currency.
Yeah.
Now, you said it very clearly. Go and be visible where your audience is there. Is
Yeah.
powerful, really amazing.
Mhm.
Now, how do I gain the attention? I mean, I just want to ask, right? Because attention is currency, very simple. But how do I gain the attention? Because going there, first step is done. What is the second step that you suggest?
To do the same again. So it's basically the consistency, because that is so key. And we've actually had it as well. Like some of our new students who came on board during the last week, which by the way, for any of our new students, we're so happy to have you. Like
Ah,
woo,
woo.
we have got such like fantastic students. I see Mana in the comments as well. Mona is one of our new students, so super exciting. Ratandeep is in the comments as well. Ratandeep, you are one of our new students too. We have a conversation this week, so I'm so excited for that as well. And so basically, it's like not overthinking it, it's like simplifying the process and then just being consistent with it. Because sometimes people think, oh, I want to, go live or make content, and they feel like, oh, it's such daunting activity because it is a lot of work and that sort of stuff, and they feel like they have to have a whole Hollywood production to be able to to do those things. But it actually is not like that. And for our students, we've completely simplified the process, which we call the 1111 strategy. Comment that below, by the way. Which is literally, how can you allow yourself to minimize the work, maximize the impact, but also maximize the amount of money that you're able to make from that, because it doesn't have to be, you know really super high class. Even if you look at YouTubers, right? I don't know if you know the name, guys, that the people who are watching this live or on replay. Hey, David, nice to have you here.
Hey, David.
This guy, what's his name again? Master Krishna talks about him all the time. He's a YouTuber, and he went like really really high very very quickly, like something with Monster or something. No, what's his name? Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Hello, monster.
Ah,
Mr. Beast. Yeah, he recorded everything just from his phone for him to explode as in like his YouTube account to explode. And that's the thing. You have to keep it simple. And I want to give another tip for those of you who think that being visible is like super super long. What we have to understand is, yes, we want to put some time and effort to it, but you don't necessarily have to do it super long all the time. Like Rajesh and I, we do these weekly videos where these are quite longer episodes, but you don't have to do it that way. You can have short videos. And the truth is, even though this is a long video, most of you watching this now will be tuning out in a couple of minutes. And it's not what we want, but it's what's happening. People only watch a small portion. But it doesn't matter like whether it's a small portion. The fact is that they've seen your face, and that's how you build relationship. That's how you help. And that's the most important thing. So if you simplify the process, you actually realize that the consistency is more important than the duration or the frequency or anything like that. So just be consistent, have yourself be there constantly, even if it's a 1 minute video, even if it's just a photo, even if it's just a quote. As long as your name is popping up, that's how people will remember you. And that's the most important thing, because in the world full of chaos and darkness and all sorts of struggles, you can be that light for people. Your quote can change their day. Your quote can change their life or even save their life. We've seen it all the time with our students that are actually putting such meaningful and honest content out there that they have saved lives. And that is the power of it. So simplify it. Just like, even if you commit to only 1 minute per day for your social media stuff, that is already enough. As long as you do that every day and consistently, then that's going to massively change the game for you. And I know as well, it's going to allow you to make a lot more money from it as well.
last statement was so nice. I like it. Because
Yeah.
that is the secret where a
Mm.
passion, whatever you people have as a passion can actually become a career
Yeah.
when you are able to earn money from everything that we are doing. Because we love this so much, because all this we help our clients,
Yeah.
both gold and diamond, in fact, to an extent, to a
Mm.
large extent, even silver clients, we
Yeah.
actually make them go live,
Mm.
and then we give them all the kind of secrets. Probably this time is not really enough for us to share every single process that we take them through, but we
Yeah.
actually take them through a process where they understand. They do not even understand why in the beginning, but
Yeah.
once they understand the process, we tell them, hey, believe in us, we built so many entrepreneurs, and it's all about you following the process and it'll give you the result. We take
Yeah.
them through. But if any of you are really kind of curious about what is this silver, gold, diamond, these are not metals, okay? They're not metals. So they are all our elite programs where
Mm.
we actually take entrepreneurs and we allow them to find their strongest entrepreneurial characters like this. Yeah. And
Yes.
then we take them through a journey where they go out as, number one, expressive, confident, and an amazing system to follow their vision. So
Yeah.
these are if any of you are interested, maybe you can put a comment saying that gold, or you can jump on a call with one of us. But the point is very simple. What we are trying to make is, things have changed. The
Yes.
dynamics have changed totally. Totally means the kind of business models that they're there before 2020 have changed so drastically to 2022. Unless you think like a visionary and then look forward and then say, yes, I'm adapting. I'm
Mm.
adapting to the current needs. Sorry to say, your business will become obsolete,
Mm.
and that is something we don't want to have. That that's why we actually are coming right here. And
Yeah.
hey, Ratandeep, Mona, hey, David, how are you doing? It is so good to see you guys right here. And now, one point about the consistency before we move to the next step, right? Consistency is what transforms average into excellence, and that is what we want for you.
Yeah.
Excellence. Anything average has become so ordinary, people are becoming totally obsolete with their skills, with their businesses, with their offerings.
Mm.
So we want you to be really, really excel in this. Now, you might be asking, right? Yeah, I know, right? Now I understood. I want to be visible, I will be visible. Now you want me to be consistent, I will be consistent. What next? A lead wanted to do something with you. They're so
Mm.
pumped up, they're so inspired, they're so much into what you're actually adding a value. What next required is a system. Tjibaria, can you please throw some light on it? What kind of a system, or what it is that they should do to build this system where the lead can find a journey so that it can go into a scaling process.
Yeah. The system really is like something whereby you are able to really show people that you care and that you can solve a problem for them or can make a massive, massive difference to them. Oh, thank you so much. Right back at you. That's the most important thing. And I think again, the key part is, and this is something that all of the FLC core members always talk about. Like you talk about it, Rajesh. Rajesh talks about you, are Rajesh. Seb talks about it as well, like simplicity, simplify the processes. And so one important thing is just like think about it. If you were to work with one person, how would you go about that? And really start from that, and then see which parts of that journey can you then automate. So for instance, if I was to work with a person, I could sit down with the person, listen to like what are the different things that the person wants to achieve, what are the different things that are difficult, and what are basically certain tweaks that based on my expertise we could help you get. And that's basically the conversations that we have with people all day long, pretty much, to basically help people. And that's the same thing that you want to ask yourself as well. Like, what is the thing that you could help people with? And then have that conversation with the person to see, okay, what are the difficulties at the moment, and how could you solve those difficulties so that the person goes from A to B. That's basically the process that you would have. And if you can think about how that would look like if you were to sit down with a person and you would go take them through that journey, then you want to see, okay, which parts of that conversation or of that journey could you actually record, or could you actually systemize? So what you would then end up with is that you have part where you're still speaking to people, and another part, the preparation part, where you're actually taking them through certain things that everybody can benefit from. What I basically mean is you can record a video, and that video can then share loads of different things that could be beneficial. Or you can write some bullet points, or you can write some copy. You can have a infographic that already does part of the job. So in anything that we do with our students and what we help people to scale up with, whether it's like a company that's already making 1 million and wants to go to several figures, several 7 figures or 8 figures or beyond that, then it's also like looking at the existing processes that work, but which part can you take out that are automatable. And then once you have that, what you have to basically imagine for yourself is that you are having like a clone of yourself doing loads of work. And then once the clone is doing all that work, which is the automated system, then you take it from there and actually have that human element, and you can have that bond building, and you really listen to the people and have that conversation and stuff like that. And that in itself is so powerful that it would a give people a phenomenal experience, b it saves a lot of your time, and c it is scalable because it saves your time. You are thereby able to reach out to more people. So something that people sometimes ask us is that whether it's like existing businesses or businesses that are starting up from scratch, is like, when do you start the automation? Well, you start automation straight away. That's the thing. You want to start straight away with automating. When you think of a process, think of which parts are automatable and which parts are you're going to do yourself, or you're going to do with perhaps members from a team or something like that. But you will want to automate as soon as possible, because that brings your wings to reach more people and allow you to literally have better interactions. Because if you just imagine, if you want to serve like 100 clients, for instance, if you're just starting out, then you can't just have like 500 long conversations with those 100 people nonstop within a certain time frame, because you'll be exhausted, and therefore also the quality of those conversations will go down. But if you say, hey, let my clients go through a certain thing which is automated, or even if they're not your client yet, you can let them through an automated part, but it's still carrying your energy, then they will already be served in that way. They will be prepared in that way. And then the next step is they speak to you. And that is so smooth, so powerful, so empowering, and so sustainable that you can literally scale your business, and that you can do in a very short space of time. And that's what we do with our clients, because sometimes people think like, can I scale up to 6 figures in a short space of time? The answer is yes, absolutely. As long as you basically see what systems can you put in place, and that you do the work. Because if you don't do the work, it's just like a treadmill. I say this to students all the time. Treadmill, will it allow you to lose weight? Yes, definitely. But if you don't walk on it, nothing's going to happen. So it's like building your business treadmill that allows you to get success, and then walk on it. And if you walk on it long enough, then something is going to happen. And the same thing is with business success as well. Does that answer your question?
Absolutely, absolutely amazing, Tjibaria. That answers my question, right? And it is so very common that people would not really give, um, they don't give enough attention to the system.
Yes.
If I ask this question to you, right, all the audience right here, how many of you want to be really rich? Comment below, right? I want to be rich, because it's an affirmation. It's a very nice, powerful affirmation that can actually, connect different parts of the brain to start that journey.
Mhm.
Now, when somebody say, I want to be rich, what does it take? Because if you look at our own tagline, right? I will do whatever good it takes.
Mm.
Means, are you really understanding? Sorry? Oh yes, do whatever good it takes. I love it.
Merchandise
So,
at noggin.com.
so if you're saying I want to be rich,
Mhm.
are you prepared to really do whatever good it takes? And
Yeah.
system, that automated system, plays such an important role.
Yeah.
One, just like Chibari has pointed out, such an amazing aspect of how you can scale up,
Mm.
because there is no other way you can scale up. Everybody has only 24 hours. If
Yeah.
anybody has more than 24, please comment below. I want to borrow some. So I'm sure everybody has only that 24 hours. How do you actually get to work more than 24 hours? Just by having a system. Even when you're sleeping, that time, this beautiful system, your assistant, that copy of you is working there online. And that is what we say. We actually really create the kind of soul into the online business for all our clients, in making sure that the end product, when somebody sees, they're actually seeing you. That's why I said copy of you. So
Yeah.
this whole thing also builds such a beautiful journey for the customer that becomes very unique. because now that it has become such an competitive world out there, you need to be unique.
Mm.
And trust me, you're already unique. Why am I saying this?
Yeah.
We all know, all of us are like, there is only one Rajesh in this planet. There is
Mm.
nobody else. I'm as unique as I can get.
Mm.
And if I can take that uniqueness out of me, present everything in the page, that landing page, the website that they see it,
Mm.
man, people are going to love you so much. But
That's true.
you need to actually build the system. That's what we do, building the systems for the people.
Can
Now,
I add one quick thing to that, if you don't mind?
absolutely,
This is
absolutely.
actually the conversation that we've had with a lot of new students that came on board, and this is something definitely everybody to write down, because sometimes people think, okay, I just have to make a website, or I just have to make a landing page or a funnel or whatever, and yeah, that's absolutely true, and it's like very very good. Well, landing page is better than website, just saying. But with regards to that, in order for it to be effective, and effective meaning two things: one, that you attract the right type of clients, the ones that are really eager and willing to work with you, and number two, that it actually optimizes for conversion, so that you literally can help those people as soon as possible, and they will be wanting your help as soon as possible. Two key elements in that is that the pages are not just generic pages. You want to be able to have it carry your energy, and that's one of the things that we do for all of our students, is literally see how can we capture the essence. This is how Rajesh always describes it. How can you capture the essence of someone's being and someone's, how do you say, the core of the business, the core of the brand, the core of the movement that someone is wanting to create? Because this doesn't just go about, oh, how can I sell one product really quick? No, this is about creating an empire, creating a movement that exceeds what product you're selling. It basically goes towards you building something that people can feel home in, and if people feel like, man, if I work with David, that's amazing, because this guy is a warrior, this guy is amazing, he's always there for people. That is what is the most important part. So when you're building your automation, or when we're building the automation for our students, we capture the essence of what you want your empire to represent, and what you want your audience to feel like when they go and visit that stuff. Because when they come to your landing page and they see like, man, this makes me feel good, I feel like I'm home, I feel that this is something that I feel powerful to be a part of. If you do that part within the landing page, by making it custom, by making it powerful, by using your energy, like the words are written down in the way how you speak, the copy, the colors, like all of these things, they all play a part. So just creating a generic landing page is not going to cut it anymore, if it ever has. But have you got it this way, then not only will you be able to have that process and that welcoming feeling as if the person is interacting with you, but also will you allow people to truly see like if this is something for them or not. And most of the time it will already attract the right people, and that is important, because often we see as well when we have new clients on board and they say like, yeah, I've built funnels before, I've just done this and that before, but I'm just not getting the people, or when I do get people coming in, then they're not willing to pay. And obviously that's a big pain, because you need cash to be able to get the business to keep running. So think about that aspect. If you want to do it yourself, then take that into consideration. How can you allow your automation to literally be a representative of you? And if not, if you don't know how to do it, or you don't want to do that, then just comment below roadmap. We're going to send you a free roadmap about all different things about how you can basically go from the process of creating a, like, from call to client, how someone can go from that process not knowing you at all to being able to actually become your happy client. But also Rajesh will reach out to you for booking a call so that we can give you some insights. And if you seem to be a phenomenal fit and we can help you and you'll be happy with us helping you, then that will be the best possible outcome as well. But yeah, that's something that I wanted to just add to the table as Rajesh was speaking, because it was like, yeah, that's important for people to know. It's not just like a generic system, which a lot of people have, but still don't see results. But it's how do you do it in a way that it is literally an extension of your person and an extension of your mission as well.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Thank you so much for making that amazing distinction there, Tjibaria.
Yeah,
I want to bring in, I'm so happy to see people mentioning about, I want to be rich.
yeah.
Now, this system, we just don't want our clients or anybody for that matter
Mhm.
just to be rich. We want them to be wealthy. Now, you may be thinking, what is that? What is the difference, right?
Yeah.
This system, what it gives is the time freedom. Now you may be asking what it is. Being rich is having money. When you actually follow everything that you are telling by step, you will definitely become rich. There is no doubt money has to flow in.
Mhm.
But being wealthy is having the time, whether whatever you want to do, you want to sit on a amazing white sand beach, or you want to spend time with your family, or you want to go out there and help people, or maybe educate people. Anything that you want to do, you need to have the time freedom, and
Mhm.
that is when you are wealthy, not just rich. So I
Yeah.
would rather want you guys to comment below saying that I want to be wealthy, because we do every smallest activity at FLC is to make sure that people that come in contact with us become wealthy, not just rich. And
Mhm.
this system makes such a big difference. Now, that brings me to very important aspect what Tjibaria has mentioned
Mhm.
about how you allow the money to flow in is really very important, right? Like right in the beginning, we already spoke about if you are doing what you love and able to actually generate money, then
Mhm.
that becomes naturally your career. Then you don't need to create a line between your career and your, what you love.
Mhm.
Now, you need to, once you actually are really kind of be visible and
Mhm.
then be consistent, and then you're actually building a system for a lead to flow through. What has to happen is the lead should become oh my god, that is so funny. So you're swimming now. So
Yeah, that's what makes yes.
so once the lead is already in your system, they're experiencing a journey, and they
Mhm.
identified you can add a value to their life or their business, they want to become your client. The number one skill that is required for you is to close, close, close that person to become your client. So far, the money is only for a lead. In 2022, if you want to become a big business, sustainable and future growth, you
Yeah.
need to have that closing. Can you please share some thoughts on this aspect, Chivaria?
Yeah, absolutely. And this is like one of the things that personally I love and I love to teach as well. And like looking at our students right now at the Deal Closing Academy, it's really amazing because a lot of the time people have a negative feeling when it comes about sales because we all may have had that experience that someone, is salesy, sleazy, or you get that phone call from someone like, oh, can I have 5 minutes of your time to do blah, blah, blah. And we're like, oh, no, I don't have time for that, blah, 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 like that. But actually, and this is what our students are starting to realize, and I don't know if I shared it with you already, but we got these chats coming in, the people like doing the challenge of who's making the most money. And I think right now in the last 4 weeks or so, like the I think the highest at this moment, I have to check, is 11,000 in the 4 weeks, which is super super awesome, right? But with that, yeah, exactly what David is saying, selling is surfing, and
Yeah,
that is important to
absolutely.
realize because this is one of the things as well that Grant Cardone speaks about, and it's so beautiful. He says the closing is not even for us as a business. It's not for you as a business owner or as an entrepreneur. The closing is for the client because at the end of the day, you always have to remember, why do you go in business? Obviously, there must be a personal goal, probably because you want to look after your family, you want to make money, and that sort of stuff, right? But there's also a reason that is more purposeful most of the time because you want to help people, or you maybe have been through something and you've experienced how that felt and you've got made it out of it, and you want to allow other people to make it out of it quicker, for instance weight loss, or what it is like trauma that you've dealt with, or you want to help people get strong mindset or spirituality or business or whatever it may be. And so in the end of it, what we have to understand is that if we truly want to help someone, we can only really do that, we can only really serve someone once they work with us. Otherwise, like, we give value, but it's never like the full thing. Like Rajesh and I would love to go and make these lives like as packed with information and strategies and nuggets and stuff as possible. But the truth of the matter is that what we share here isn't even a hair of the body of what we do with our when we work with our clients, because that's lifetime, and we're lifetime educating, we're sharing templates, this, that, the other, we do things for them. And so you're only really scratching the surface. So if you really care about people and helping people, it becomes your duty to close. It becomes your duty to allow the person that you want to help to experience what it's like when they work with you, because you're going to make their journey easier. You're going to share steps that they have not known about yet. You have been there, done that. So now they can leverage your knowledge and experience to also overcome their challenges faster. And so one thing that I thought was really wonderful that Grant Cardone talks about, and I think maybe Master Sharkashna talks about it as well, and we obviously experience it this way, is that selling and closing is actually more like a spiritual type of activity, because you're really connecting with someone and you're uplifting them and you're helping them and you allow them to get to where they want to be in a way that they wouldn't have been able to foresee. And we see from our students all the time. Like this morning, did you see the two messages from you know who I'm talking about, right? The
Yes.
guy who's just, now this guy is phenomenal. If he's watching this, he'll probably know who you are. But the conversation that I had with him, which was obviously like a call to do a deal. But the call that we had was so beautiful, so honest, so deep. And now he's 2 days in, and he basically messages like he's over the moon, and he's like, this is exactly what I've been waiting for. It's so inspirational, all the strategies, everything, and it's like really, really, really beautiful to see. And that's what you're doing closing for, because you know what you have to offer. And even if sometimes you don't know what you have to offer, like this is things that we help people with. How do you even package it? How do you even allow people to become happy clients? How can you truly empower people and over deliver so that people have so much more back from you in value than the value that they pay you? And that is how I feel closing to be. It's like you're truly, truly empowering. It's not even for us, it's for the individual, because that's how they can speed up. And that is then something very wonderful to learn and to educate as well. And I see our students like literally crushing it with that. So I don't even know if I'm answering your question, but that's my
Yeah, yeah.
feeling about about
So,
this
yeah,
stuff.
I just want to reaffirm how fulfilling it is really when we see our clients succeed.
Yeah,
That is like a party within inside, like us, we are celebrating, man, that's so good, that's so good. So it is such a fulfilling act.
mhm.
I mean, I want to actually mention this point, right? Great salespeople are relationship builders who
Yeah,
provide value and help their customers win. The
yeah,
last one is very important. Help their customers win. If you
yeah.
understand that,
Love that.
2022 belongs to you. There's no other way anybody can grab from you. You need to make every step of your process to build that aspect that you're always looking at how you can help your customers to win.
Yeah,
Number one, just like what we are experiencing,
yeah,
they will become your brand ambassador. Number two,
yeah,
it's very important. It's very important to really understand that you're building a relationship. You're not having a relationship of salesman and selling. You're
mm,
actually building a beautiful relationship of exchanging value,
yeah,
right? So, but this brings into some of this entire thing depends upon the fifth point. This is the last one. If you want to get succeeded in 2022, comment below. I want to be successful in 2022. And David Hills, you're on fire today. Selling is serving. I totally agree. And
yeah,
that fifth aspect, I want to actually leave one important quote with that, right? It's
mhm,
not about having the right opportunity. It's about handling the opportunities right. Now you have landed a client there. You need to send that client as a happy client. As
yes,
an, I mean, we never deliver projects or businesses. We deliver happy clients every single time. We put in so much of deep, uh, whether it is spiritual, physical, or it doesn't matter. In
yeah.
every aspect, we do it. How important it is, Tjibaria, to have a happy client going out.
It's the most important thing, because even sometimes when we speak about it's nice when you know how to make money and you have like two common couple words hanging there and that sort of stuff. It's cool when you make money, and it's definitely helpful. But when you see other people doing it for the first time or doing it on a level that they've never experienced before, that's the real fulfilling, because you can literally, like, you remember when you make your first million, or you remember when you do those things, and then when you see clients go through that, then you're like coming back and they're like, yeah, I know how that feels, and it's so happy, it's like so exciting. And like the other day, like a lot of the time what we experience as well is that clients are literally crying, not crying like, oh, that's sad, no, crying from release and happy tears, that they didn't think it was possible to do something that we've shared with them, whether that's an activity, whether that's a monetary thing, whether that's the confidence that they've built, whether that's the connections that they have made, and most of the time it's all of the above. so that people truly are set up for success for life. And that's the beauty of it. And one thing that I want to add to it, like leaving happy clients, sometimes people may think, but I'm not sure if I can do it. And what I want you to know is that we are not the best. Absolutely not the best. There's people out there that are far better than us. So we're nowhere near where we want to be. But it's not about being the best. It's about being able to bring out the best in others. That's the most important thing. And with that, I feel that I'm very happy, blessed, and humbled with the beautiful successes that people have been able to create and continue to create with our help. And I think that's an important thing to share with everybody, because sometimes people think like only when I am the best in the industry, or I have 5 million qualifications or this and that, only then I can do it. But that's not what it's about. It's about you being able to connect through to somebody, allow them to break free from whatever's holding them back, uplift them, and be better than you. We've had clients that done better things than we've ever done. Like the 9-figure deal that was closed from one of our students like a little while ago. I've never closed a 9-figure deal before, but that client did it because of the help that we provided. And that is very, very powerful. And I think that's an important thing just for people to take away, that you don't have to be the best. You just have to bring out the best in others. And if you do that well, then I think you're even more successful than if you are the best. So
Yeah.
yeah, I want to share this.
Wow. Wow. I love it. I love it. So I actually want to quickly summarize for all those amazing people who want to be very, very successful in their business in 2022. Number one, be visible where people are and
Mhm,
be consistent, being visible,
mhm,
and build a system so simplified which can take your leads through an amazing, amazing journey. I mean, we call it as value journey, where every step of their journey, they should actually get some value.
mhm,
And uh, learn on how you can close the deals. Just like Tjibaria said, success is your duty.
yeah,
And deliver happy clients instead of happy products and happy programs.
mhm,
Deliver happy clients that will make sure that you are in the right journey actually.
yeah,
And trust me, there's one thing I wanted to bring in from Richard Branson, right?
mhm,
Entrepreneurship is about turning what excites you in life into a capital so that you can do more of it and move forward with it.
mhm,
And there is an entrepreneur within you, every one of us.
yeah,
We are actually doing this entire time. We're adding an inspiration in your mind, a spark in your mind to actually awake that amazing entrepreneur to come
mhm,
out, to believe, to trust, to go out there and be visible and become successful. If
mhm,
any of you become like that, it's one of the biggest gift. Don't forget to share with us.
yeah.
It's one of the biggest gift you can ever give it to us, at the same time to the humanity, because they're waiting. They're waiting. You need to start your journey. Any
Yeah.
last words, Chibaria, before we conclude this amazing conversation?
The last words that I want to say for today is success really is a decision, and it's not an option. Don't think as, oh, I hope I will be successful one day. No, if you hope, it's not going to happen. But if you say, hey, that's the only thing, it's not an option, but that's the way, then success is yours. And that is super, super powerful and happy, because you can literally create it here and here. And with the right guidance, you take the right action, and then it's going to happen inevitably.
Wow. Success is a decision. That's the point. Decide to become successful in your life, in your business, and share that success with us, because we are all ears all the time to listen to your successes.
Yeah.
But otherwise, please do write any questions you may have. And if you want to be on call with one of us, make sure to book a call with us, comment gold, and be inspired, keep inspiring. This is exactly how we are supposed to live life. The world around us cannot keep us down, it can only challenge us so that we grow. So thank you so much for amazing people for tuning in, David, Mona, and Ratnadeep, and many more people. We really loved your company with us, and make sure to make the decision to be successful. And we see you next week. But till then, have an amazing, amazing, productive, efficient, and successful week in this particular last week of June. Hoo ha hoo!
Thank
And
you so
speak to you
much.
again. Thank you so
See
much, and speak to
you.
you guys next week. Next week. Bye bye.
Thank you, Rajesh.
Thank you.
Yeah.
you want our global experts to create your dream online business or grow your existing business, go to freedomlifestyleagency.com.